Good afternoon, America. This is your friend, Dr. Churi. And if you're patient, at the end of this video, we're going to do the part of the day, which means checking the energy around you. The tarot is universal. It can be personal and universal, depending on the thought you put behind it. So that is for those who will wait to the end of this video. I am still healing from the loss of my son. As you can see, I made a beautiful plate for him. He died, he was only 52 years old, with brain cancer. Part of my prediction, being an Aries. As I said, those born in April and October will be a target of the dragon. And suddenly enough, my prediction came to pass for my son. This is what I wrote for him. If love could have saved you, you would have lived forever. That's a beautiful plate. That's going to be on his tomb. It's very hard. Normally, it's the father that goes first, not the son. But this is God's will. This is God's will. He died during one of my SOS Platonic deadly window on November 16th. And now he's out there watching all of us, all of our family, pretty much like all your departed one are watching you and guiding you. As incredible as it may sound, when souls goes on the other side, their power increases drastically, especially the perceptive power. And since we are connected, all is that and that is all by the grand order of God. Those souls realize the good and the bad they did when they were on planet Earth. That's where the blood speaks through the spirit. And those you love will always, if you talk to them, pray them, guide you. All right, this being said, just sharing the newsletter today that I wrote, and it's called William Shatner Fallout during my SOS to the world explosive window. So here is the quatrain. As always, it's pretty explanatory, self-explanatory. You have the date and you have the various cosmic winds that produce the news, which are explained through the quatrain: and trail, upset, speed above, volcano, rate 5, wind, water, to dance. Now we're talking about tornado, earthquakes, which of course shock science and cause deception to strike. Keywords are also all obvious, since I don't have to fear the French Inquisition of the 16th century like Nostradamus had to. So it's all explanatory if you take the time to digest the information. As always, those windows, produce killer weather, natural disasters, and of course, earthquakes at or above 6.0. And I proved it again. Okay. We had the 6.4 yesterday. Now talk about a sudden release of energy, a nasty weather, natural disaster. You see what's going on right now on the eastern side of the US. A storm that is going to do some serious damage to all of you out there, so be cautious. Natural disaster, avalanche. This guy was probably, well, that person, God bless his soul, was probably under a negative cosmic biorhythm, and combined with that deadly window, it's no return. Gone. A camera captured a rare jaguar right here in my state, in Arizona. And the keyword tells you to be ready for shocking videos, UFOs, cosmic news, airplane news, anything weird and special. And the shocking news are definitely obvious if you realize that this stupid reptilian-infected rapper held a woman captive in his garage for years. Talk about shocking news. Or Louis Vuitton released a sandwich bag, and it cost more than $3,000. As I always said, oh my God, in what a young, moronic, stupid world did I land on? This tells you how greedy and incredibly stupid the human ego can be when religion and science reign supreme and when children are dying and starving out of our world. Instead, they should invest in me. But hey, that's what it is. Cosmic news. So it's very normal that Mr. William Shatner is making the news. Okay. He's got some problems, obviously, involving Star Trek. The reason is definitely financial. You don't have to go anywhere. It has to do with rights and money. I can assure you that. I can bypass this physical window here and tell you what's going on. Meantime, he is an Aries. He is rich, he's famous, but he's also cosmic and conscious. And like all celebrities and 99.5% of the world population, he is also not aware of my work and is experiencing my predictions. Now, you may, if you are spiritual enough, understand now why William Shatner is going through some problems. Okay, now you can read the detail. Again, it is well above his head and it's in the stars or in God cosmic design. Again, something he knows nothing about. Now, this is what I wrote in my 2023-24 Nostradamus Personal and Universal Dragon Prediction. For good or for worse, depending on your karma, soul born under the sign of Aries and Libra, or those with the moon, rising, natal, or hidden dragon in either sign are the target of the Reptilius and the 2024 Martian dragon. Remember, Martian means disagreement and fight and war. Memo again from Molano's show that I did in New York a while back. Why would Paul Pelosi and his wife Nancy, which are both Aries, dragon stallion Aries, be prone to attack, violent death, or accident on the head, knowing that Aries rules the head, and so forth? I don't know if you read or watched those videos, but I explained when the dragon entering the sign of Aries would do. And if you keep track, a lot of people who are going through hell who were born in October, in April. But again, that's me to know and you to find out if you are investigating my work like Peter does. Peter always signed me, said, Dr. Cherry, you're right. Look at this, look at that, look at this guy, look at this person, look at that. From all walks of life, born in April, are going through hell. Some, like my son, sudden enough, died. Now, would have been invited to make those predictions on ancient aliens, okay, especially those involving the famous actor. I would have warned him to expect challenge and deception. And now you may also understand why the producer of this famous TV program would never, ever invite me to speak there, because I would steal the show. Imagine 1 second if I said on the air, okay, you're going to have some problems, okay, because you're in Aries, whatever it is. And then comes the news a few months later. But do you think people watching the show would not remember my words? And in case you wonder why my movie on UFOs was removed from Amazon Prime, that is because I predicted accurately again that former President Trump would not win the election and COVID would kill a lot of people. And of course, the MAGA, like Coast to Coast AM radios, my old friend George and Tom, they didn't like it. And some of these people, including the religious fanatics, complained and removed my movie. And the truth does not mean much nowadays, my good friends. And talking about the truth, okay, we are living in time where bonehead rises, intelligence is fall, educated idiots reign supreme here near the grass, and try for that matter, while genius and real get recognized. That's me. The video is here. Look at the news. U.S. strike Houthi targets as Israel-Hamas war rage. I pay attention. My latest newsletter, New Year's Day 2024, SOS to the world, has once again spoken the truth I represent. Again, that is, if you are a curious reader and a smart supporter of my cosmic work, you will not be denying the veracity of my vision that was publicized in 2013. And again, it is a quatrain, okay? My legacy of fire and death and drama will return upon the earth. German Vikings skin like. Are you talking about what? You're talking about what's going on in the news right here, right now. What's happening in Rome? When dozens of men in Rome perform fascist salutes, speaking outrage. That is a shocking video, as I said it would be. Look, Hitler, spirit reborn. Black and white, red blood, fire, war, violence, passion rules. Look what's going on in the political front. Look what's going on in the world. God, nowhere to stop the upcoming fire. Indeed, the Hitler evil spirit is reborn. Look at this. That was in 2013 that I wrote that. And yesterday, it happened. It shows that my quatrain and my wisdom is real. The Lord of War, okay, is in charge of this planet. Again, only my subscribers, my VIPs who read my forecast were prepared and ahead of time to tell today's explosive news through the quatrain that I just read for you. There are critical choices to make about relationships, your career, your finance, your future, your health, etc. Not just prediction for the world. And don't think for a second that you're going to be helped by all your doctors. All I'm trying to tell you is what you are looking with your own eyes is things that I've seen. And the only way I could express what I saw is by writing quatrain like Nostradamus used to do. And as I said, you had to be very, very careful in order to stay alive. You have to remember, Nostradamus, one day, he was looking at workers building sense in front of a church. And he said, you're building and creating evil, because he knew better. This guy reported him to the Inquisition. And the reason why he was not burned on the stakes, because he was the personal astrologer of Catherine de Medicis, the French queen. I don't have to worry about them, even though there's some people would love to see me burning on the stake, because in fact it's obvious and stupid. They would never grow, not in his lifetime. It's sad. It's sad when you see money is being spent left and right for stupid mission on Mars, which will never go there. I told you so many times. Do not be fooled by the scientific matrix. And don't be indoctrinated. Fight stupidity. Think out of the box. Don't let the religious matrix tell you that you cannot talk to me. Because God talks to me and doesn't speak to fools. And all the popes were taught astrology by the Vatican Council. Just go to my movie on my website, my good friend, and see the pictures of all the popes being taught the stars by the Vatican Council, particularly the sign of Scorpio, and also realize that all the popes were enthroned under the sign of Leo, which is the king of the zodiac. There's so much that was stolen from you. And here I am, fighting those large corporations, the Illuminati, those who have millions and billions of dollars that are very well organized and can spend $200,000, $300,000 for 30 seconds on national TV all day long in all channels. And there is Dr. Cherry, right here, right now, giving you his best. In reference to my son, I knew he was going to go. Luckily for me, I was able to spend many weeks with him before he went. And we kept talking to the very last day. The only time I didn't talk is when he left on the 16th. That's when I was driving through the 7 miles bridge in Florida. It's the only time I couldn't talk to him. But as I told you earlier, Your loved ones are there. We are so much more than blood, nerves, and bones. We got the spirit. We have the essence of the Creator. And never forget, you, my good friend, you, yes, you have been made in the image of God. Now take it textually. You see, that's the same image. That's the same image. Doesn't matter. You have been made in the image of God. I didn't write that. Okay? This means you like it or not, you know it or not, you are a creator. All of you are God and goddesses in training on this dense physical world. You are all learning that you create your reality every single day with your thoughts. So when I tell you, again, your future is nothing else than the reincarnation of your thoughts, you need to pay attention that every single thought and every single word that come out of your mouth has been processed through your subconscious. And God, said enough, does not rationalize with you. God does not know what's right, what's wrong. That's why he creates earthquakes and kill innocent babies. But the power is there. Power is real. There is no death. It's just a recycling of energy to a higher level of perception. There is no death. Don't be afraid of death. Don't be afraid of cancer. I had cancer. Even though that I was really, really scared, I have learned that I'm responsible. I'm responsible for contracting the disease and letting the reptilians override me with fear, negativity, and insecurity for years. And I paid a price. Now, I'll be 74 on February 26th. That's next month. I have learned a lot. And I'm still learning a hell of a lot. I would never pretend that I know everything. But what I know. And I know you. I know your stars. And I wish you could see the expression, the face, the words that my clients, when they are facing me on Zoom, are saying. I wish you could witness the reality, the extraordinary energy that works through me that allows me to elevate people into the ego and stop themselves staying in themselves in the name of ignorance and fear or suffering the reptilian effect. And believe me, those extraterrestrials are more than real, since they are even part of your own conception. Spiritual conception. You cannot let them feed on your fears, on your insecurity, chaos, because that's what they want. That's why this world is so chaotic. Much of the people in power are all infected. It's all about ego. It's all about wealth. It's all about power. It's all about control. They will lie. They will cheat. They will kill. They'll do anything to stay in power, when they are the least people who can control themselves, their words for that matter. How can you be a leader, a decent, responsible, dignified leader if you can't control your honest self? Ask that to yourself. Knowledge is power. Ignorance is evil. This Martian dragon is doing some serious damage by house and by sign, wherever it is. And the majority of you do not know. And that is sacrilege, as we say in French. Not good. Remember, knowledge is power. Ignorance is evil. Just listen to your intuition. If you're listening still, chances are you vibrate at my cosmic speed. Maybe you should face me. Face the truth. Deal with the truth. Because what's going to come out about that meeting is on you, and that I promise you. Me to know, you to find out. All right, you've been patient. Here's the card. Card of the day. What is the energy that you can expect to affect you anywhere in the world today, right here, right now? Ready? There you go. Show you the power. of the divine. Stop. Stop. See your hit. You see the problem. You see the fight. You, your partner, are fighting your own self. Insecurity, depression, negativity, everything that I just mentioned is right there. The fire tower. That is what you need to stop. Do not feed the reptilians. Remember, they cannot survive in dark matter without fears. It's a choice. Do you want to work for love, for light, for the future, for growth, for cosmic consciousness, for God, for the future of humanity, the Draconis? Or do you want to be feeding darkness, the devil, what Christians call evil? Remember, you cannot be, life cannot be without opposites. It's a choice. Positive, negative. Again, twice, two arms, two legs, two sides of the brain, the yin and yang. Okay? Make the choice. The part of God in you is stronger. Make the choice to have hopes for the world, to perceive the beauty of what people have to offer. Don't be negative. Don't be insecure. Don't be jealous, because now you're feeding the dark force and you are diminishing your own vibration. And in the process, you cannot reach your superconscious in time and space where God resides and bring your wishes a reality. Read my book, Beyond the Secret. It will wake you up in so many ways. We are now into these shocking, surprising, explosive windows. Explosion everywhere. Earthquakes above 6.0. Crazy, crazy videos, shocking news. The absurdity of humanity at its best. Suffering the reptilius effect, those nasty, nasty ETs. But you also have the good ones. And you need to work with it. You need to be positive and sign up for the Draconis. Sign up for Dr. Chili Cosmic Wisdom. Cautious, if you did not yet, be ready for surprise. Till then, click on that little button and say, hey, I like you, Dr. Chili. Tell me something nice. Okay? It always feels good to be appreciated. And remember, I remember many years ago, I had a friend that came and visited me with his 15-year-old daughter. It was her birthday from Vegas. We had a fantastic weekend. And before they left on my driveway, he hugged me and he says, you know what, Dr. Tree, I love you. And he says, we had yesterday. We had today was great, but we don't know if we're going to have tomorrow. A week later, he was dead. So life is precious, very, very precious, but don't be afraid of death. That's what I'm trying to say. It's just a recycling to a higher level, higher vibration, close to God. Be positive in all the way. Be prepared for good surprises. Until then, God bless all of you. Read the newsletter, share the newsletter, support my work. Give me a thumb up. Good night.